Men are going to avoid marrying in church.
On Tuesday, a joint committee composed of members from the Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee and Parliament's Committee on Gender started considering the new Marriage Bill 2024. Stephen Mugabi is the chairperson of the Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee.
We have started considering the Marriage Bill 2024, a private member's bill moved by the Honorable Sir Opendi.
The Marriage Bill provides for Christian marriages, civil marriages, customary marriages, Islamic marriages, Baha'i marriages, and Hindu marriages. The mover of the bill, who is the woman member of parliament for Tororo district, Sarah Opendi, says key among the objectives of the law is to protect children.
So we are making it an offense for anybody who participates, anybody who witnesses the marriage of children, and of course providing for 10 years as a penalty, imprisonment, 10 years imprisonment for a person who actually goes ahead to marry a girl or a boy who they know is below the age of 18 years.
Opendi in the bill is proposing that polygamy is allowed in the civil marriages category.
We have certain religions like Obusobos, the Bisaka group. We have also Legio, I think in eastern Uganda, where for them it is not an offense, it is not wrong, it is not immoral for somebody to marry more than one wife. So and these people are not covered under any law. And that's why I felt that we should open up the civil marriage to cater for those other groups, like those other religions that are not covered, because the current civil law actually provides for monogamy.
For one to have a valid marriage, a number of requirements have been provided in the bill, including notice of intention to marry issued to the Registrar of Marriages, publication of notice of intention to marry by the Registrar of Marriages, marriage to take place within 3 months upon the lapse of the notice, and a marriage to be celebrated between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. It also provides for the minimum age for marriage as 18 years and mental capacity to contract marriage. A marriage is also to be celebrated by a licensed registrar of marriage, and officials in Ugandan embassies are to be licensed to preside over marriages of Ugandans abroad. The bill further provides that in addition to voluntary consent of both parties to the intended marriage, they must undergo premarital counseling with the minister to prescribe guidelines for these through regulations. For registration of marriage in a place of worship, it shall be the registrar of the marriage in respect of the marriage solemnized in that place of worship responsible. It further provides that sub-county chiefs will be responsible for the customary marriage registration in the sub-county, while town clerks will be responsible for registration of marriage in city or municipalities. The local spiritual assembly of the Baha'i faith will be in charge of registration of marriage in Baha'i faith, while imams will be responsible for marriage under Islamic faith, the Hindu priest for the Hindu faith, and the district registrar responsible for registration of the civil marriages in districts.
This will make it easier, but also people should know that customary marriage, civil marriage, church marriage, Mohammedan marriage, all these marriages are at the same level. People are getting married more than once. You marry customary, you're already married as per the constitution. So when you go to church, again you get married and get another certificate. These are things we want to remove.
One of the issues that could be a point of contention is the provision requiring a court order before one can have a DNA test to confirm parentage.
The bill now says a man in a marriage cannot undertake a DNA on a child without a court order. They are now saying we must have a court order for a child to be subjected to a DNA.
Opendi has defended this provision.
Just imagine if we opened up and went backwards, even to check for DNA among us, we, the adults now. You may find you don't belong to your father. So it's important for us to really move on and ensure there is peace in the family.
Cohabiting has been a constant contentious issue, attracting a lot of debate, and in the new bill, Opendi now wants it made an offense.
That also remains contentious. People are saying, why are you criminalizing it? But why are you living just there like that? Why don't you formalize your relationship? And if you want to dissolve the marriage, you are free to dissolve.
When there is dissolution of a marriage, another contentious issue has been property rights. A couple of proposals are being made in the new bill, including spouses being entitled to equal access to matrimonial property in Clause 49. The chairperson of the legal committee, Stephen Mugabi, says several stakeholders are to be consulted.
and I invite the public to take keen interest in this matter and come and present their views to the committee.
But when should the country expect the committee to conclude consideration of this bill?
Under our rules of procedure, when a bill is referred to the committee, it should be there ordinarily for 45 days. But this is a very important law, so we hope to be staying with the bill for more than the 45 days. We shall seek for permission from the House to consider the bill for at least 3 months.
Opendi is optimistic that this time round the bill will see the light of day for the good of the spouses and the country's families.
So we've tried to be cautious to ensure that those issues that led to the collapse of the bill in the 9th Parliament do not, we deal with them this time. And I want to appeal to the public, please come and make improvements on the bill.
Benjamin Jumbe, NTV Weekend Edition.